Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video on my channel, Hairliciously. If you guys are new, please make sure to subscribe so that you guys are updated on my second hair transplant journey progress, as well as video topics covering current hair loss treatments. Visit my website at hairliciously.com to purchase your microneedling devices, which are scientifically proven to stimulate hair growth, my low-level laser therapy cap, hair growth vitamins, DHA Bucking shampoo and serum, and a few other products for those who are suffering from hair loss. If you guys are also interested in getting a complimentary consultation from the clinic that I went to get my hair transplant, you can reach out directly to Motion Clinic and get a free estimate on the number of grafts you'll need, as well as designing the hairline. I'm going to be leaving all of the contact information in the description box below for those who are interested. Also, I apologize for not posting as often on my YouTube channel. I'm currently visiting my parents in California since I haven't seen them since like January, since the whole pandemic started. But hopefully I'll be able to post some videos while I'm here. And also, if you guys did purchase some items on my website, I'm going to be shipping them out first week of December. So thank you very much for your patience. In today's video topic, I kind of wanted to talk more about microneedling and the benefits it has for hair growth. There's been a lot of people that are already aware that microneedling is probably one of the best forms of treatments to fight against hair loss. There are already multiple studies that show microneedling's ability to induce hair stem cells and different growth factors through the skin wound regeneration mechanism, as well as the ability to increase blood flow in the scalp, which would obviously help keep the hair follicles well nourished. And a lot of people who were on conventional hair loss treatments, including finasteride, dutasteride, minoxidil, anti-androgens that did not see any hair improvement, were able to see hair growth once they started incorporating microneedling into their hair loss treatment regimen. And the majority of microneedling users are positive that combining microneedling with other forms of treatment has definitely helped improve the density of their hair. So if you're not microneedling, I would highly recommend starting because it obviously works differently compared to finasteride and minoxidil. And the best way to fight hair loss is to stack on these different treatments that can target hair loss by working in different mechanisms of action. So I do have more before and after photos, and hopefully this can keep you guys motivated. There's a lot of other people who've been using some of my products, especially microneedling and derm rolling, who have seen some more better results. So I'm going to be posting those up relatively soon. And I will say that you should at least give microneedling about at least 6 months of consistent treatment before calling it quits, because hair growth obviously doesn't happen overnight, and based on the results that I've seen and from users, they typically need to be microneedling for several months until they start seeing some positive results. Anyway, I was able to find some more before and after photos of people who are microneedling and saw some decent hair growth. I found the first guy from Reddit's Tressa's page, and he goes by the username ElifBay. This guy's been using liquid minoxidil every night and derm rolling at a length of 1.5 millimeter once a week. And he's also been using a 0.5 millimeter every other day. The normal microneedling routine is typically using 1.5 millimeters once a week, but I have seen some people who have used a smaller needle length for daily wounding, and they also claim to have seen better results. This guy shows his results at 3.5 months, and the nice thing about the photos he provided is that he circled areas on his forehead to serve as a baseline. This first photo shows some pretty noticeable hair growth on the temples at 3.5 months compared to day 14. It almost looks as if his hairline came forward a bit. The side shot also shows some definite improvement in hair growth on the temples, as it looks like it really filled in along, and he provided us with these photos of similar light environment and angles, which is always helpful and accurately depicts what is happening from the before and after photos. This guy is definitely off to a good start, and I would like to think that he should see better growth as he continues to be more consistent with his treatment. Now, this next guy shares his 10-month progress while on finasteride, microneedling, minoxidil, and low-level laser therapy cap. This is actually the same hair loss treatment regimen that I'm on, but you can clearly see a Nord 7 type hair loss in the far left photo, and then each subsequent photo shows some pretty incredible hair growth up until the 10-month mark. A lot of hair growth can be seen in areas that were bald, and the photo on the far right shows some pretty impressive hair growth when compared to his baseline on the far left. His specific regimen involves taking 1 milligram finasteride, 5% foam minoxidil twice a day, microneedling at a length of 1.5 millimeter once a week, and then using low-level laser therapy 20 minutes daily. He does mention that he does wait about 6 to 8 hours after microneedling before applying minoxidil, since some people have reported side effects if Minoxidil is applied immediately because it can actually go systemic into your bloodstream and cause unwanted side effects. But this is definitely a huge improvement from where he started at, and he is obviously a great responder to multiple treatments that work in different ways to help stimulate hair growth. He also adds that he does not have any side effects from taking finasteride, which is expected for the majority of people who are on finasteride. So next up is username Sasha055 on Trestless, who shares his 6-month results from Minoxidil and microneedling. The results are not as drastic as the one before this, but at 6 months, there are visible hair growth on the crown and the mid-scalp. The hairs are definitely thicker and darker, and it's just amazing how even after decades of hair loss, hair follicles are going to be dormant, but these hairs actually can still be revived. This guy's in his mid-40s, Nord 6. He uses Minoxidil twice a day, 1.5 millimeter thermostamp once a week, and in the last month, he started actually using topical finasteride. He does claim that he's seen about a 25% improvement, and hopefully he's going to be able to see more growth over the next few months. This next guy is yet another impressive result from microneedling. This example is incredible because he's solely been using microneedling without finasteride or minoxidil. Specifically, he's been on microneedling weekly at a needle length of 1.75 millimeter, lots of vitamin D, multivitamins, 10,000 mcg of biotin, and Visisco Pro, which is a hair growth supplement that contains various ingredients. The first photo on the left shows a pretty large bald spot, especially in the crown and the mid-scalp. And then 1 year later, you can see huge improvement in terms of hair growth and coverage, followed by the photo on the right, which is about 16 months later and shows near full coverage in the crown and mid-scalp. The hair is still obviously thin, as you guys can tell, but the important thing is that it's amazing to see how microneedling was able to not only promote hair growth, but fill in the bald spots he previously had. I'm not sure why this guy isn't using Minoxidil in conjunction with microneedling, since studies do show that hair growth can actually increase by nearly 4 times. Being that he is a good responder to treatment, he would, in my opinion, definitely see much more growth if he were to combine microneedling with the Minoxidil and finasteride and even laser therapy to his regimen. Without taking finasteride, it's hard to see how long his hair growth can last, but nevertheless, one of the best improvements that I've seen solely from microneedling. I know that a lot of you guys have asked me to share photos of just microneedling users, but to be honest, it's actually hard to come across since we know that the best hair loss treatments involve using different methods. So if you're just looking to microneedle, you're not treating hair loss to its full potential. So the next guy I wanted to share is from Hair Loss Talk from the forum, and he goes by username Paulito9x9. He's been on Minoxidil and microneedling at a length of 1.5 millimeter for the past 6 months. First photo shows some extensive hair loss, diffuse thinning all throughout the scalp. And then 6 months later, you can see some pretty crazy growth as he has hair sprouting from previous bald areas. You can even see a distinct hairline, and it's just amazing how well this guy has responded to treatment, and I suspect even more growth as he continues to prolong his treatment over a long-term period of time. Now this last guy goes by username Pudim13 on Trestless, and he's been on a hair loss regimen without using finasteride. He's been thermorolling at 1.0 millimeter weekly, Minoxidil twice a day, copper tripeptide shampoo for the past 3 months. The first photo shows some pretty noticeable diffuse staining and looks to be on his way to a Nord 7 in the near future. But after 3 months of said treatment, he was able to miraculously reverse his hair loss and increase density and thickness. The hairs are obviously longer, but if you look closely, there's a lot of the bald spots that have diminished, and his temples have also thickened up really well. Pretty impressive results, and I'm super happy for him. But that's all I have for today, guys. I'm going to be doing some more research to see if I can find some more before and after photos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it serves as a motivation for those who are looking into microneedling and dermarolling. I will also give you guys an update on my 1 year mark since my last hair transplant, my second hair transplant to be specific. And as you guys can see, I'm just super happy. I don't want to go into too much details because I do want to create a separate video, but it's been a whole year since I've actually went to Korea last November of 2019 to get my hair transplant, received about 1,800 grafts into the frontal portion of the hairline. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys. If you guys have any questions on microneedling or hair transplants, please let me know in the comments below. And if you guys don't have anything else, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Take care.